All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. Today is Friday, having a beautiful day here in Brunswick, Ohio. So happy to be outside. Hope you get to be outside today too. So go ahead and come on up to your feet. Spinal cord breathing, bring your feet just in front of the hips, toes straight ahead. Stand up tall out of those hips, circle the arms around, forearms, palms together and bow down, tucking those hips under. Breathe in, lift and open, turn your eyes up to the sky. Fill the lungs with air and open the chest. And then on your exhale, close it back down, rounding forward, tucking the hips under. Send as much air as possible out of the lungs. When you're ready, breathe and open again. We're gonna spend about a minute here finding your rhythm. Squeeze those glutes as you open and not overarch the back. Fantastic. Really try to open the chest, pull the shoulder blades back and down. Spread the fingertips wide as well into that open chest position. Let's go one more exhale, and then we'll come out of it. Very good. Once you finish that last exhale, go ahead and relax the arms down, step the feet a little bit wider, bring those arms out nice and wide to the side. We're gonna go into our windmills here. You're gonna bow forward, send the hips long, reaching towards the opposite knee. Same thing, other side. And just as you're warming up here, look to reach a little bit farther, reaching down to the mid shin. And depending upon your flexibility, making your way down to the ankle. If you find it smooth and convenient to touch the ankle, if you want to reach a little bit farther, reach beyond your foot. So trying to touch the floor on the outside of the foot. Let's get about 2 more each side. We're going to take it into a side stretch next. Feel free to walk the feet a little bit closer. As you reach up, take your right hand, grab the left wrist, lifting up, bending to the side. Good, back to center, same thing, other direction. Grab that wrist and take it nice and long. Good, we're gonna go a total of 3 each side. On the third one, we'll add a little rotation as well. Feel free to peer up towards the ceiling or sky. Good job. Lengthening that side body. Last one. Take it down to the side, and then before you finish, turn that downside shoulder up towards the ceiling. Breathe into wherever you feel that tension, and then release. Same thing, other side. Side bend first, downside shoulder, turning up, peering up with your gaze. Breathe, and release. Fantastic. Let's come on out of that little side step, arm swing. Shake it out. It feels good just to shake the bodies and kind of wiggle the arms, shake them around, get some good movement. We're gonna go our behind the back stretch next with the forward fold. Interlace the hands, extend those elbows. Root down into your legs, send the hips back, and pull those arms straight up over the torso. Holding strong in your midline, breathe into the back of the rib cage. Go one more breath here. Root down to those legs, come on back to the top. Very good. All right, stagger stance, good mornings. Place your left foot down, extend the right leg straight out. Arms behind the head, stand up tall out of the hips, and now we're gonna bow forward, long spine. Good, up and down 3 to 5 times. Just bowing forward either to get about to 90 degrees or until you feel a little bit of tension in the back side of that outstretched leg. Good. Send the hips straight back. Looks great. Neck neutral as well. So you kind of want to look down towards the floor. Try to avoid that extended neck. Let's go one more here. Very good. In between sides, we're going to go inner thigh Cossack stretch. Wide base stance. Reach those arms out as your counterbalance. And you're going a little side lunge here. Taking it to one side. Keeping that heel planted up to the center. Same thing other way. I'm gripping those toes down, so activating the arch of the foot. Very good. Let's get about 3 or so each side. Sink in a little bit deeper as your inner thigh starts to open. Making sure that knee is tracking, heel planted. Fantastic. One more each side if it feels good. Very good. and then we're gonna walk it in. And stagger stance, good morning, on the opposite leg. So right leg plants down, left foot extends, standing tall and bowing forward. Good. Fantastic. Long spine. Send those hips back. Pause when you feel a little bit of tension there. Not so much that it makes your whole leg shake. It makes you want to grimace. All right, fantastic. After these, we're going to go quad stretch, and then we're going to make our way to the floor. So feel free to practice some balance here or steady yourself as needed. Lifting up out of that hip, grabbing the foot, looking to pull that heel straight back towards the glute. And the whole time here, we're imagining ourselves being pulled up straight to the sky. We want to avoid kind of sinking into those hips. So hold the hips level. 10 more seconds. 2, 1. Shake that side out and switch side. Place the foot down, lift up, grab, and holding for 20 here. All right, after this, we're gonna make our way down to the floor. We're gonna stretch out our wrists just a little bit, and then we're gonna get ready for our first series. Don't need any weights, just some body weight work to start. 2, 1, and shake it out. All right, so we'll sumo interim our way down here. Nice wide base stance. Reach down to the floor, crawl those hands out, and we'll come down to our knees. Once you come down here, you're gonna turn the palms down and fingers towards you, and just gently sit back. Nice stretch on the forearms. You can hold it straight back or rock your body side to side. Very good. Turn the hands in so the fingers interlace and rotate from there. Swivel around. Here you go. Same thing, other side. Very nice. And go ahead and come up on your knees and shake out those wrists. All right, fantastic. So our first series we're gonna do is gonna be a T push-up. So you'll come down, come up, and take it into a rotation. We're gonna be working for 45 seconds, and then we'll be transitioning throughout. So I'll kind of walk you through each one. We've got 3 rounds total. So for the push-up, on your knees or on your toes, you could also go elevated. Take a nice wide handprint, feet just a little bit wider than the hips. Controlling down, you wanna bring that chest all the way down to the deck. From here, you can come to the knees as needed, and then we wanna come back to the feet to lift and rotate. We rotate to one side, come back down, knees or toes, lifting up out of that support shoulder, and rotate to the other side. That's our rhythm. You wanna have your body as stiff as a board, nice and strong. Very good, that's 30 seconds. Like I said, 45 total. Want to avoid any kind of peeling off the ground. Very good. And 2, 1, rest and rotate. Go ahead and finish that rep, and then you're going to lie face down on your stomach. Turn the palms up, shoulders back and down, and we're going to start by just lifting the upper body off the ground. Pull the shoulder blades back, squeeze the glutes, and then controlling back down. We call them our lying flies or flying here. Good, lift and squeeze. Really strengthen that back side of the body. Pull the chin in so you're looking straight down to the mat. And you choose how long you hold that position. Maybe it's 3 seconds, 5 seconds. Could be upwards of 10 seconds. You want to work a little bit of endurance there. Down and relax whenever you need. Really key here, lengthening out of that low back. Make sure you don't feel like you're jamming to that low back. Maybe one more. Up and squeeze, pulling that chin in. And 2, 1, and rotate. 1 second, lost my sign. All right, we're gonna make our way into down dog, knee to elbows. So hands right underneath the shoulders, turn those toes under, driving the hips high. So we're coming into a down dog position. When you bring it forward, hollow your body, bringing the knee towards the same side elbow. Back into down dog, Bringing it forward, knee to the same side elbow. And that's our rhythm here. Gripping those fingertips down, holding strong in the midline, and getting some good mobility with some core work. You need to breathe. Very nice. You could stretch. That's 30 seconds, 15 more to go. We're making our way up to our feet next. And go ahead and even it out on both sides. And when you're ready, make your way up to your feet. All right. Next movement's going to be like a single leg deadlift walk. You're going to stand up nice and tall, grip the toes down, bowing forward, back toe points down to the floor, standing up nice and tall, and then you walk it forward, or just switch legs in place. Okay, so you want to think about how long we can be from the top of our heads to the bottom of the foot as you bow down. And just notice that your support leg, really key. Don't hyperextend the knee, so keep a little play in the knee. Grip the foot so you activate that arch. Very good. That's 30 seconds. Lift up nice and tall each time. Bow down. Fantastic. Trail leg. That thigh should stay parallel to your torso best as possible. So fire that glute to drive that back leg up. Woo. Work that balance and rest. Good job. That's our first set. We're going to take it down to the floor for set 2 coming up shortly. Before we jump into our second set of those T push-ups, we're going to do a little cat-cow, cat-camel, however you prefer to call it. So you're going to round, blow the air out, and you'll breathe in, shoulders back and down, looking up. Spend about 30 seconds here. Exhale as you round your back like that angry cat. Good. Breathe in as you arch and looking up. Okay, one more cycle. All right, very good. We're going to get started in about 10 seconds with the push-up. Let's come off the wrist for a moment, shake them out, roll them around. I'm going to spin myself the other way, balance out my neck. All right, when you're ready, nice wide handprint. Back to those T push-ups. 2, 1, here we go. Midline tight, control down, push through, and rotate. Come on and off the knees as much as you need to hold a nice solid midline. Good. Lifting up out of that support shoulder, not letting yourself cave. Wonderful. First 30 seconds done. Got another 15. Even yourself out on both sides. And 2, 1, rest and rotate. Coming down to your stomach. Palms up, shoulders back and down. We're going to those lying flies. You can lift the legs up off the ground if you'd like on this round. Ready, begin. Lengthening from head to toe, squeezing the glutes, and really activating that mid-back as well. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Try to press the palms up into the sky. Breathe. Sorry for the squeaking. All right, that's 30 seconds, 15 more to go. Rest whenever you need. Fire that backside. Activate that mid-back, pushing the palms up to the sky, holding nice and tight in the mid-back. Let's go one more. 3, 2, 1, release. Let's come into child's position before we jump into that down dog, knee to elbow. So just rock those hips back. A couple breaths there. And then when you take it forward, bring those hands nice and wide. Come up onto those toes. And here we go, that down dog, knee to elbow. You can go same side elbow, or if you want to start to add the variety in partway through this round, on the third round, and we can start it now, we're going to go knee to the opposite elbow. So you get a little bit more twisting action through the torso. Bring that knee across the body, still holding that strong hollow. Good. Breathe in as you come back into down dog. Exhale as you come forward with the knee. Maybe 1 to 2 more. Good. Before we jump to our feet, send those hips high, walk out your heels. Then we'll make our way back up for that deadlift walk. Very good. After a couple of heel pedals, walk the hands to the feet, walk the feet to the hands, and come on up. If you'd like to hold some light weights, you can hold one in each hand, or you could hold one between the two. Standing up nice and tall, remember to lift up out of those hips, and whenever you're ready, bowing forward. Squeezing that glute to that trail leg, looking to alternate your legs. Good. There you go. Bringing that weight down right by the ankle, the foot. Work that balance. Lifting up before you start to hinge. Beautiful. Switching sides. Controlling of this movements. We're not trying to see how fast we can move, but we're moving with control here, trying to hold good body positions. Fantastic. Maybe one more on each side. Bowing down, standing strong, and 2, 1, rest and rotate. Fantastic. That's the end of set 2. Let's make our way back down. And we're going to go right into our archer push-ups, also called the T push-ups. So make that nice wide handprint. 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, our feet are a little bit wider so you can go into that nice smooth rotation. Fantastic. We'll get some stretching in at the end of this round. I want to just kind of keep us moving here on today's first series. Midline tight. Remember, you can always go down on the toes, up on the knees, and then come to the toes from there. Fantastic. First 30 seconds down. 15 to go. There you go. Fantastic. Elbows in. Watching that winging of the arms. Finish that rep. And rest and rotate. Coming down to the chest. And your choice, I'm going to choose to keep my arms to the side. We did quite a bit of overhead work yesterday. But if you want to raise your arms up to overhead to more of a Superman on this last round, feel free. 2, 1, and holding strong. Chin in, trying to squeeze your body nice and tight. Imagine you're just going to lift off the mat. How long can I be? Top of the head to the tips of the toes, lengthening the body as you hold strong. Fantastic. First 20 seconds done. Whew. Avoiding any kind of jamming that low back. If you start to feel a pinch, come down and rest, and then try to get your glutes firing more on the next one. Take a little bit of strain off those, called your spinal erectors. All right, final hold. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come back into child's position for about 10 seconds. Stretch out that low back just a hair. Good, couple of breaths there. And then when you're ready, we'll bring it back forward. Down dog, knee to elbow, looking to bring the knee across the body to the opposite elbow. Here we go, final 45 seconds for this part of the circuit. On the floor anyway. We still have that deadlift walk coming up next. Fantastic. Opening that mid back, driving those hips high. Really lifting up out of those shoulders as you come forward. Fantastic, good rhythms. 30 seconds done. You keep your handprint nice and wide. Grip those fingertips down. Take the load off the wrist. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Walk the feet to the hands, hand to the feet. Coming back up. Final deadlift walk. If you're holding one weight, I'll typically hold it by each end. Hold it by 2 hands. All right, standing up nice and tall, shoulders back. Whenever you're ready, bow down. Lengthen as much as you can from head to toe. And pay attention to that trail foot. Looks good. You want to have it pointing down towards your mat. Very good. Great body lines. And really being aware you don't want to just drop into your hips. So I'm making a point to lift up each time before I start to hinge. Grip, lift, and taking it forward. Now 15 seconds to go. Getting ready for some regular deadlifts in the next circuit and a push-up with a mountain climber. All right. Balance your body out. I've got one more on the opposite leg. Whoops. And rest when you're ready. Fantastic. Go ahead and set that down. All right, good work. Let's grab a little drink. All right, and just for a couple of minutes, go ahead and take it back down to the mat. We're gonna do a couple of stretches before we roll into our next piece. So one leg extended, opposite foot crosses over, sit tall, hug that leg in. Focus on the glute area at first, and then we'll start to rotate a little bit deeper. Sitting tall, look over that opposite shoulder. If you want to go deeper into the stretch, you can work that elbow on the outside of the knee and then walk the fingers around, trying to bring yourself a little bit farther around. Let's go about 2 to 3 more breaths here. Lengthen through that spine. And release when you're ready. Good job. Same thing, opposite side. Extend one leg, cross it over, start by hugging it straight in. Very good. If you want to go a little bit deeper, start to walk the hand around, work the elbow on the outside of the knee, and turn your head in that direction as well. All right, so regular deadlift, if you have a little bit heavier weights, hold on with 2 hands. If you have a little bit lighter weights, you can go a single arm deadlift, alternating arms each rep. And that's paired with a push-up mountain climber. 1 push-up, 1 mountain climber each leg. It's gonna look a little something like this. Nice and tight, push-up, mountain climber left leg, mountain climber right leg. Push-up, mountain climber left, mountain climber right, okay? If you've got anything going on, you want to break off your hands, you could do some sit-ups, you could do some squats with the deadlifts, totally up to you if you want to make some adjustments for your body, okay? Otherwise, let's come on up, grab a quick drink, and then we're going to get started here in about 20 seconds. Let me know if there's any questions. We got 4 rounds total here. So 45 seconds of a deadlift, about 15 seconds to rotate, 45 seconds push-up mountain climber. Oh, and some blood flow. Don't let me forget the blood flow. All right, standing tall, bowing forward, going in 2, 1, and begin. Push to the feet. Very good. Hinging at the hips, slight bend in the knees. We aren't looking for a straight leg deadlift here. Keeping the back nice and flat. You tend to have stiff hamstrings. If it feels like it's a little bit of a strain to take your weight all the way to the floor, then just go to mid shin, knee height, whatever range of motion doesn't cause extra strain on your body. That's 30 seconds. Focusing to squeeze those glutes as you stand tall. Very good. And 3, 2, 1, rest and rotate. Taking it down to your mat. Push up mountain climber if you're following me. Nice wide handprint. 2, 1, here we go. Down. Mountain climber on each leg before you go back to that push-up. Good. Keeping your eyes focused right between your hands. Nice smooth breathing. If anyone's upper body is bothering them from push-ups, you could also do mountain climbers throughout and take out the push-up. Good. That's 30 seconds in, 15 to go. Nice smooth breathing. 2, 1, and come on up to your feet. All right, we're gonna go right into it. If you wanna march, if you wanna skip, 45 seconds of blood flow. And we're just gonna have 15 seconds in between sets to get back to that deadlift. If you want a little bit more, rest sooner. That's our first 15. And change it up a little bit, moving it into some jumping jacks. You got a little mini trampoline at your house, stationary bike, all that works wonderful. All right, that's 30 seconds in, 30 seconds till we start the next set. Whoop. Watch my balance. I'm gonna go march and punch for the final 15. Bringing the intensity down just a little bit, start to get my body ready, and there's our rest. All right, 15 seconds, we back to those deadlifts. If anybody wants to do a kettlebell swing in place or even a good morning, just any kind of hinging motion. Otherwise, standing tall, 2, 1, here we go. Set 2 of 4. This is the main piece of our workout today. We'll have a little bit of upper body focus at the end. Here's where you want to keep your attention. Solid movement patterns. Spire in that backside. And the upper body is working to hold that posture, right? Shoulders back and down, keeping that weight close to your center of gravity. Good, we're over 30 seconds in. Controlling down, standing smooth. And rest. Fantastic. Taking it back down to the floor, push up mountain climbers next. Nice wide handprint. 2, 1, here we go. You want to get chest to the deck, looking not to wing the elbows wide, so keeping them in. About 30 to 45 degrees from your body. Good, first 15 seconds done. Got a total of 45. Woo! There's 30 seconds, 15 to go. We'll be popping right up to some blood flow. Good, staying tight in the core, maybe one more. And rest. Rest on that piece, come on up to your feet. Let's go to some stepping seal jacks to start. Very good, I'm gonna go some regular jumping jacks next. Don't forget to smile. Reinforce that positive pattern with your brain and exercise. Try to keep it fun. Good, that's 30 seconds. I'm gonna go march and punch to finish. If you want a little bit more heart rate, feel free to add that skip. Whew. Good, 20 seconds till we start set 3. And rest. 15 seconds. We're gonna have 2 more sets. If you feel like you need a little bit longer break or anything, listen to your body always. Otherwise, standing tall, long spine, bowing forward, and begin. Deadlifts, good mornings. Kettlebell or dumbbell swings work great as well. I'm sticking to the basics today. And just depending upon how many sessions you've been doing with us, if you haven't done many deadlifts in a while, maybe 4 rounds isn't the best idea for you. We normally do 3 rounds of a lot of things, but we're starting to pick up the volume a little bit. That's 30 seconds. So if that extra volume may not be best for someone that's more in that beginner state. All right. And 3, 2, 1, rest. That's 45. Round 3, push-up mountain climber. Place those hands through the shoulders. 2, 1, here we go. We got 1 mountain climber on each leg. Nice neutral head position. Looks great. Think about pulling that belly button in. We tend to lose our hips forward as we come up. So you want to think hips up, nice and level with the torso. Good, we're over halfway. Staying tight, staying strong. You can always go off the knees as well, and then come up to the toes. 10 seconds. Woo! Low shoulders. And rotate. Come on up. We're gonna start where I finished last round, march and punch first. Good, step jacks or jump jacks next. Woo! Move into the rhythm. All right, that's 30 seconds. Feel free to rest there or finish with whatever you'd like. A little side step. All right, we got 1 more set to go, everybody. That's our 45 seconds. We're gonna start our 4th and final round of this circuit in 10 seconds. And grab a quick drink. All right, keep your mechanics solid. Standing tall, slight bend in those knees, bowing forward. Here we go. Squeeze that bum. Ensuring those shoulders are stacked straight over the hips. You don't need to overarch back. Just straight up and down. Good. Bowing forward, sending the knees wide. There's our first 15 seconds. Squeezing the glutes. Very good. Nice and rhythmic. Controlling down. That's 30 seconds, everyone. Feel free to rest there or keep it moving all the way through. 4th and final round. 2, 1, rest and rotate. Final push-up to mountain climber. Like I said, if the push-ups are done, feel free to just focus on the mountain climber. Nice wide handprint. 2, 1, and begin. 1 push-up, 1 mountain climber on each leg. Breathing as you move. Anybody ever play that stiff as a board, light as a feather? So you want to imagine your body here. Nice stiff board, pressing through, nice and strong. Over halfway. Woo! I'm feeling that burn today. Midsection, upper body's getting pretty fried. Woo! Holding tight. All right, give me 1 or 2 more. 2, 1, and rest. As in, come on up to your feet. Final little bit of blood flow. All right, step jacks, jump jacks. Woo! All right, we'll change it up. We'll go alternating knee to elbow. Haven't done this one yet. Just looking to keep the blood flowing here. Start to get into a little bit of recovery if we'd like. All right, I've got about 20 seconds left. I'm going to finish with a skip. Chest tall. Two, 1, and rest. All right, let's grab a drink. We're gonna give some stretching attention to the lower body and low back, and then we'll finish our final circuit. Great work. Okay, let's go ahead and come on down to all fours. Stretch those wrists out one more time. Fingers turn in, set back. From here, little quadruped hip rock, knees together. Bring the legs to one side or the hips to one side, not force anything, just a gradual stretch, and then up and across the other. I'm really making a point not to let the low back arch here. I have the belly button pulled in the whole time, holding that pelvis in a neutral position. Good. From here, we're going to go into child's pose. Toes together, knees divide, reach those arms out, and drop the hips back. And hone in on your breath, sending that air into the wherever your body feels of tension. Try to breathe in and out of your nose if you can. Or at least in the nose and out the mouth. Couple more breaths. Last one. Fantastic. Come on up. Let's bring it onto your back. All right. Bring those shoulders back and down. Go ahead and hug both legs in. And gently rock yourself side to side. Feeling good there. Take the arms out to the side. 2-knee twist, looking over your opposite shoulder. Very good. Side to side on this one. All right, after this, we're gonna make our way back up once more. We've got 2 to 3 rounds, 8 to 12 reps each. A dip, a bent over lateral raise, tricep extensions, and a single arm front raise, alternating arms, if you have it. So gradually coming back off, coming back up, walking yourself up to your hands. We're gonna start with that dip. So if you wanna use a chair, a bench, whatever you have available. And it's not for time, but rather for reps. So up to you on, you wanna just stick with me or move at your own pace. 8 to 12 reps is our range for today. Obviously make any adjustments if your weights don't seem appropriate for that. You can go less or more. On the dip, chest nice and tall, shoulders pulled back. You wanna keep those elbows in as you lower. And then at the top, you wanna lift. You can add a little glute bridge to it if you'd like. Controlling down, try to get the shoulders at elbow height or just below, as long as there's no pain. Good. Fantastic. 5. Good. At the top, you try to extend, lift through the chest. Gotta go a couple more. And that's good for me. Shaking out those hands. Bent over lateral raise is next. So you can even just make a fist and raise it up. If you have a TheraBand, one of those long ones, you can use that. I'm gonna use these 5-pounders. If your body is done with hinging for the day, you could also do a standing lateral raise. You're a little bit fried in that bent over position. So your choice. 8 to 12 here. Head nice and neutral. Chin in. Shoulders down out of the ears. So try to squeeze those lower shoulder blades together. And see if you can come down a little bit slower than you come up. Fantastic. Finish that coming up from there. Depending upon your side of your weight, you can go a single arm, the tricep extension, or you can hold on to a little bit bigger weight with 2 hands. Making sure not to overarch that back. Bend at the elbows, extend straight up. Just holding strong in the midline. Squeeze the glutes. after you finish your tricep extensions. Single arm, alternating front raise. Slight bend in the knees, arms nice and straight. Good. 8 to 12 each arm. Yep. Looks good. Fantastic. Once you finish your 8 to 12 on each arm there, that's the end of that set. 1 to 2 more, going back to the dip. So knees bent will make it a little bit easier. If you extend the legs out, it'll make it a little bit harder. You'll be holding more of your body weight in your upper body. You'll get that nice extension at the top. Fantastic. 1 to 2 more. Woo. All right, I'm gonna go standing lateral raise next, give a little variety. If you wanna stick with that bent over we did on the first time, feel free. Otherwise, standing tall and lateral raises from here. Make sure you don't protrude your head forward, so chin in. Think about still holding your spine nice and long. You're trying to think, how tall can I stand as I raise these weights up to the sides? Coming down slightly slower than you go up. Fantastic. From the lateral raises to the tricep extensions. I'm doing a single weight overhead today. Think front of the ribs down so you don't go into that sway back. So ribs down, chin in, squeeze the glutes and the thighs. Have that really solid foundation. Very good. From the tricep extensions to the single arm front raise. Shoulders back and down. Slight bend in the knees, gripping the toes. Good. So grateful for this weather today. We had snow the last 3 days here in Ohio, so it's been a fun little change of weather pace. Pretty common for Ohio. All right, everybody. If your arms are done there, feel free to finish with some stretches. I'm gonna go through one more round. So if you wanna follow me, I'm going back to those dips. Tall chest, slight bend in those knees, or full bend, whatever you want on the legs. Determine it on your effort level. If you finish the last set feeling like you had more in you, then you can extend the legs. You can also put some dumbbells on your waist as well to add a weighted dip to the chair option. I have no idea what rep I'm on. Let's go about 3 more. Lifting that chest to the top. Woo! Oh, fantastic. All right. Either standing lateral raise. I'm going to take it back to that bent over position one final time. Toes pointing straight ahead. Midline pulled strong. Send those hips back. Chin in. And here we go. Trying to bring it down a little bit slower than the up. From the lateral raises to the tricep extensions. I come to a kneeling position for this one. Same idea. Good. Fantastic. That chin in. Woo, I'll go one more. And down. All right. And then the last one before we finish with some stretching. Alternating single arm front raise. Good. Strong shoulders. Good, couple more each side. Last one. Woohoo! And set it down, shake it out. All right. Celebrate that you just finished that workout. And now let's stretch. Your water's convenient. Grab a little drink. You can either do this first stretch from standing, or if you're comfortable to stay kneeling, you're going to bring your right leg down and left foot forward. All right, so if you're standing, it'll be right foot back, something like this, like a stagger stance. Kneeling, let's raise the arms straight up in the air. Interlace those hands if you can. Lift up through the hip and front heel ground. And we're going to start just opening that front hip and rotate your body towards the front leg. So back out of it, lifting up through the chest and the hips. Sink into it. Heel planted that front leg and rotate. Good. Relax those arms down. Right arm reaches straight up. Bend the elbow. We're going to add our tricep side bend. So chin in, sink forward, and then bend into that tricep, pulling it back, taking it over to the side. Good. You can either hold it static or you can come in and out of it, up and down. Just try to lengthen that side body, open up those triceps again, and release. All right, if you are standing, you're going to want to make your way down to the floor. We're going to hover by the instep. Left elbow on the left knee, slide down the shin. You can use a block or pillow here as needed. Otherwise, just take a moment here. Allow that outer left hip to open. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your left hand, crawl your fingers underneath your right arm, then lift up out of your right shoulder and rotate back. 3 times each arm. Walk it under, lift and rotate. One more. When you finish your left arm, same idea on the right arm. Now you crawl it underneath your left leg, lift up and rotate out. Ooh, this is a little bit stiffer on my end. Try to pause in that open rotation. And release. When you finish those 3 rotations, we're going to bring your left knee down and step the right foot forward. Same thing, opposite side of the body. So you can come back off the knee, those of you that prefer to stay standing. Interlace the hands, reaching up. Lift up out of those hips, shifting forward and rotating to start. Turn towards your right leg. Back out of it, shift into it. Try to fire that trail glute. Invite that hip flexor to open. Very good. Shake out those arms. Tricep side bend. Reach up, ribs down. Take it to the side. Good, up and down from here. Good, after about 5 of those side bends, right elbow on the inside of the right knee, sliding it down the shin. This is where you'd use the block or pillow as needed, lifting up off the floor. And just hang out here for a couple of breaths. Sometimes I feel it in the outer hip, but on this side, I feel it more in the low back on my, well, it's my left side, it'd be your right side. And then when you're ready, you'll start with those rotations of the arms. Your right hand crawls underneath the left, lifting up out of that left shoulder as you rotate back. If the sun's not in your eyes, try to follow your hand with your eyes all the way through, or at least turn your head as if you could look. One more. And outside arm crawls underneath that lead leg, rotating up and out. Good, 3 times here. All right, just a couple of final stretches, everybody. You can either come back to standing for the behind the back stretch, or I'm going to do it from the floor. So I'm going to come down on my stomach. From here, I'm going to interlace the hands behind me, place my forehead down on my mat, extend those elbows, and just pull back and down. Open the chest, lifting up a little bit here. Very good. If you chose to stay standing, you could find a doorway for a pec stretch. Otherwise, I think it's a cactus position here. Arms out to the side, crawl the fingers out, and then you're going to turn your body towards that side, inviting the front of that chest to open. And you could also open the front of the hip at the same time, bending that top leg. Just make sure you squeeze the glutes so that you don't overarch the back. Good. Let's hold here for about another 10 to 15. One more breath or so, and then when you're ready, same thing, opposite side. Take the fingertips, crawl them out, pull that shoulder back and out of the way, and then you're gonna roll your body in that direction. You can bend that top leg, squeeze the glute, invite the front of that hip to open. No pinching in that low back, keep firing that glute if you're bending that leg. Opening the shoulder. One more breath and come on out. All right, final one. Let's come back into child's position. Toes together, knees divide. You can either go palms down or palms up and drop your hips back. All right, everyone, please take as long as you'd like there. Add in anything else that your body may be asking for today, later today, over the weekend. Otherwise, thanks so much for spending your Friday afternoon with me. Hope you had a great workout and look forward to seeing you next time.